I'm Joyce Fields. I'm back, starting a new week. So, I am a TikTok live veteran. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. I do these lives 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And when I was doing my TikTok lives, it was 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday. But now I moved over to YouTube, and now I changed it to Monday to Friday. But I share the same 4 pillars of advice that will help you to undifficult your life. I do the same 4 pillars, like I said, but every live that I do is different. So it's not scripted, it's all spontaneous and from my heart, okay? Good morning, Aurora. So, um, like I said, I am a TikTok live veteran. I've done over 500 TikTok lives, and I did lives for almost 2 years on TikTok. My last TikTok live was Friday, August 29th, 2025, just a couple months ago. And I did my first YouTube live. It's just I love the way that the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power, God worked it out. And I did my very first YouTube live on September 1st, the following Monday, September 1st, 2025. So the universe really worked it out. Good morning, Shells. So I was just telling everybody, they do these replays. So I feel like I need to do my lives pretty much covering the same thing, especially in the introduction of it. I tell people that I've done over 500 TikTok lives. I did my last TikTok live on August 29th, like I said, but I didn't tell y'all the reason why. So the last TikTok live I did was because in September, I did it on the last one, August 29th. In September, they announced that they were going to be changing their community guidelines rules. And so I felt it was too restrictive. It was already too restrictive to begin with. You can't say these words, you got to say those. And that's just ridiculous to me, So what is real is real. So I still am on TikTok. I have over 53,000 followers on TikTok. And I'm 81 years old. I never dreamed that I would have over 53,000 followers. So on TikTok, I didn't dream that I'd have 100. Because, like I said, I'm 81 years old. And hopefully, and fortunately, people are finding value in the advice that I share. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And the advice that I share, thank you, Pat Pillow, the advice that I share will help y'all to do that. Now, all I ask you to do is share this live because I would love to be able to share the advice that I'm going to be sharing with y'all with a whole lot more people. The advice that I share will definitely help y'all to undifficult your life. I live the advice that I share. I'm 81 years old, and I have been living this advice since I was at least 10 years old. And that is a long time. It works. And I have been gifted with the gift to be able to communicate philosophies, concepts, ideas, examples, and all of that from my mind to y'all's minds. What I do is, like I told y'all, it's a gift. And the God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, gave all of us gifts. And one of mine is the ability to communicate philosophies, concepts, and all of that from my mind to y'all's minds. What I do is I use what I call helpful hand visuals. Helpful hand visuals. Oh, by the way, People on here are troll. I guess it's trolling. That's what y'all call it. I'm 81 years old. That's a new word to me. But here is a word to the trolls that are on here. Okay. Now, I have had trolls apologize to me, but I'm telling you right now, whatever you say, whatever you put in the comment does not bother me at all. It just shows you to be the dumbass that you are, So you're hiding behind a username. But no, that is, it doesn't bother me. And now don't mistake my passion for anger. I'm just very passionate because trolls are pathetic individuals. It is a truly pathetic life that you would deliberately want to insult somebody, that you would deliberately want to be cruel to somebody, and stuff like that. It doesn't bother me. It just shows you to be the shallow individual that you are. And like I said, I have had trolls apologize to me. And those are the kinds of people, trolls, you need to sit there and listen to the advice that I share. It might help you to develop a better life so that you won't want to do that kind of ugly stuff to anybody. It doesn't bother me. I'm way above that kind of BS, okay? So now that's enough of that. So like I said, I have had trolls apologize, but if you are trolling, if you do some trolling, my moderators will take care of you. They will either remove you, they will do whatever they see fit to do. Thank you, Shells. So now, I talk to God all day long. No religion on my lives. Don't give me that Bible stuff. Don't give me that Jesus stuff. I don't deal with that. And no politics on my life. So if you're getting ready to type in a comment about Jesus or the Bible or something else, don't do it because it will be removed. Okay? So that is not tolerated on my life. I don't have any use for religion or politics. I talk to God all day long. And God ain't got no religion, y'all. God ain't got no religion. Yeah. So no, I'm not. So you believe whatever you want to believe. Everybody is free to believe whatever they want to believe as long as you don't do any physical damage or harm to anybody else, okay? Live your life by the golden rule. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. No, that's not true. So so people come on here on my lives and they say all kinds of things that they think are facts. They're not. That's what you think. That doesn't make it a fact. Do some research. Okay. So no religion, no politics. Don't talk about Jesus. Don't talk about the Bible. None of that stuff. You will be taken care of. Okay. So now, without further ado, I'll go into my live. Now, hey, Honda. I do these lives Monday through Friday at 4 a.m. It's a 90-minute live. I usually go until 5:30, 5:35 or thereabouts. I share 4 pillars of advice that will help you to undifficult your life. I live a virtually stress-free life. And I'm going to share the advice that will help you to do the same thing. A virtually stress-free life. At least the advice that I share will help you to come out from under some of the stresses and stuff in your life, okay? So I'll be able to do that in these 90 minutes. So just hang tough with me, y'all, and share this live. Virtually free means nobody is free of stress. Virtually free, almost, nearly. Okay? So yes, so I live a virtually stress-free life. And I'm going to tell y'all how you can do it too. Share this live so that I'll be able to share the advice with a whole lot more people. Okay? So now, I used to call them pieces of advice. But then my man said, change it to pillars. Pillars of advice is what I do. And pillar, I like it better than pieces. So a pillar is a strong, sturdy structure on which you can build your life. Okay, so these are the 4 pillars that I'm going to be sharing. And by the way, now my man's name is Pap. It's P-A-P, and his real name is Fred. We have been together for 68 years. You heard that correctly. We have been together for 68 years. We've been married. We just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary on June 3rd. Share the live, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love y'all too. So we've been together since we were both 13 years old. He turned 82 in September, and I turned 81. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so happy to be 81. I turned 81 on February 4th. 81 years old. So we have been together for 68 years, since we were both 13 years old. And I'm going to show y'all pictures, 2 pictures. People will get a kick out of these, so I'm going to show them to y'all too. This picture I'm about to show you now, it was taken in 1969. We were both 25 years old. Okay, here it is. That's Pap and Joyce, 1969, 25 years old. Yeah. Okay, now the next one is that I'm going to show you. We were 50, it's our 57th wedding anniversary, and we were both 80 on this picture last year, 2024, okay? Both 80 on this picture. This is on our 57th wedding anniversary. And then I want to show the passage of time. This is what I like, y'all. At the top, Pap and Joyce, 1969, 25 years old. And at the bottom, Pap and Joyce, 2024, 80 years old. Okay? Yeah. So that is, it blows my mind, y'all. It blows my mind, too. I look at Pap sometimes and I say, I've been with this man over half of my life. Oh, yeah, it is. I don't take it for granted. I do not take it for granted. So now, I've told y'all, Pap is the reason why I call them the pillars of advice. Thank you. So here are the 4 pillars of advice that I share. Come on, y'all, share the live. When I ask y'all to share the live, it just opens up the possibility that I'll be able to share this advice that I'm sharing with y'all with a whole lot more people. I would love for a lot more people to live a virtually stress-free life too. And I'm giving you the 4 pillars of advice that will help you to do that. Ain't no BS, okay? I live it every day. Okay, so the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that in these 90 minutes, okay? I talk fast, I speak clearly, and it makes sense, okay? So that you'll see. Pillar number 1, that's develop and maintain a positive attitude. I don't have advice for age groups. All the advice that I share is good if you are 10 years old or older. So I don't care if you're 21, 31, 41, whatever age you are. The advice that I share, you can use it if you are 10 years old or older. Okay, for real. Now, pillar number 1, I already said it. Develop and maintain a positive attitude, and I tell y'all how you do it. It's not difficult. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. Pillar number 2, increase your patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience, but I always start with the toddlers. If you are raising toddlers, 2 and 3-year-olds, maybe even 4, you will want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3. Good morning, Kyle. Pillar number 3 is stay calm. Now, I was beginning to tell y'all about the helpful hand visuals that I do because the gift that I have, one of the gifts that I've been given is the ability to communicate philosophies, concepts, ideas, all kinds of things from my mind to y'all's mind. by using what I call helpful hand visuals. One of my viewers on my live many months ago, this year though, she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. And she was speaking about the gestures that I do with my hands, along with the words coming out of my mouth to convey or to communicate these concepts and philosophies and ideas. And I'll be doing that when I get to pillar number 3. I do them some helpful hand visuals in pillar number 1 as well. But the ones I do 2 in pillar number 3, helpful hand visuals. And when I did them in my live this year, it blew a lot of people's minds, a lot of my viewers' minds. And then I did it for Pap, and it blew his mind, and it blows my mind as well. So when I get there, hang with me, y'all, and then you will see the helpful hand visual that I will do for pillar number 3. That is to stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose that power when you start to become angry. You see, that's what happens. So I'll give you examples and all of that. And then the last pillar, there are only 4. The last pillar is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, any of that kind of ugly stuff that would be inside of you. Share the live, y'all. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. Just stay tuned and listen to the advice that I share. It helps a lot of people, and you might be one of them, okay? Now, like I told y'all, I'm still on TikTok. I don't do lives anymore on TikTok. I only do my lives now here on YouTube. But I still post to TikTok every day. And I also, my moderators, when I was doing my lives on TikTok, would take screenshots, and I would too, of some of the comments that and compliments that people would make as they were viewing my lives. And so it is on my page, on my TikTok page. I post those comments that that people make and the compliments as well. And my username on TikTok is JJ, the letter J, JJ Fields, Fields, and the number 7. God bless you too, Aaron. Thank you. So JJ Fields, Fields, and the number 7. That's my username on TikTok. Go over there and check out the comments that and compliments that people make about the advice that I share. And I'll get into that a little bit more too as I get into my pillars. Thank you. So, pillar number 1. I'm thinking now if I've, sometimes I'll rewind. You can probably see the wheels turning. Sometimes I rewind to make sure that I covered what I wanted to cover while I was at that position, at that point. So now, yeah, I already finished the 4 pillars. Now I'm back to pillar number 1. I'm going to expand on all of these pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. There are only 2 attitudes that you can have. Only 2. Some people will argue and say that there are 3. You can be neutral. No, you cannot. You are not a vehicle. You don't have a neutral setting. Okay? A negative attitude or a positive attitude. That's it. Now, what I have learned in my 81 years of living on this earth is that this is what, you need to open your eyes and look around you. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. If you do not choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is a choice. It is an absolute choice, and I'm going to tell you how you make that choice. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, you almost definitely will have a negative attitude. It's like it is a default, y'all. You must choose to have a positive attitude. Because if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, it's almost like it's a default that you will have a negative attitude. You choose to have the positive attitude by writing a program. That is how you do it. You write a program and you say it out loud. This is what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You say that out loud. A lot of people will tell you, no, you say it in your head, in your mind. No, Joyce Fields is telling you, you say it out loud. When you say it only in your mind or in your head, that's only one element of your essence that you're using, one element. When you say it out loud, that's three elements, y'all. You speak it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered into your psyche. You see? You say it out loud. Every program that you write, you say it out loud. And I don't care who's around you. Sometimes they'll be wanting to hear, well, how are you going to do that? Here's what, if you say these words out loud, this program, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. When you say that out loud, I'm telling you right now, if somebody is around you, they're going to probably say, wow, I'd like to know how you're going to do that. And I'm getting ready to tell you how you do that. You write that program and you say it out loud, and I'm going to give you a lot of advice, a lot of tips on how you get it done. Now, positive attitude. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is a choice, you must make that choice. And you can write that program any minute in your life. You see, it doesn't matter what your attitude was like yesterday or 5 minutes before you came on the live. Doesn't matter. You write that program and you can tell the people that in your life that don't throw it up to me about having a negative attitude yesterday or last year or all my life or whatever. You just say, from now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means from this point forward. That's all you got to do. And I'm going to give you a lot more information in order to develop and maintain a positive attitude. So now, yeah, you got to try it. That is what works. When you develop and maintain a positive attitude, all kinds of wonderful things start happening to and for and through you. That is a fact. So try it. Now, I am going to show y'all, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I want to tell you a positive attitude. You must deliberately choose to have a positive attitude. You must on purpose choose to have a positive attitude. You must intentionally choose to have a positive attitude. You see, that's what you got to do. And from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Now, I'm getting ready to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. You heard that correctly. I am going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. Okay? Now, share the live, y'all. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people, to undifficult a lot more people's lives. Okay, so now, on the count of 3. 1, 2, I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, y'all. This is what a negative attitude looks like. These are the kind of people in your life that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. Now I'm doing a helpful hand visual, y'all. Come on, y'all, share the live. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. And y'all can help me by sharing this live. So What I'm doing with my what I'm doing with hands is a helpful hand visual. This symbolizes what I'm doing. This symbolizes positive forces constantly flying through the universe. Constantly, y'all. They are forever flying through the universe. But they always fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. These are positive forces flying through the universe, what my hands are doing. Now, when you write the program and when you say it out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. This is what happens to you. On the count of 3, I'm going to show you. 1, 2, 3. Okay? This is what happens. What was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. Did y'all see that? Did I communicate that effectively? Get the picture that I was presenting? Come on, y'all, give me some responses. YouTube says I have 70 people on here, and I sure would love to have more. Come on. Oh, good. Thank you, Aurora. Okay, Lori, bye. Oh, wonderful. Good. Wonderful. Ah, great. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that one there. I'm just going to remove her. Okay, so, no, you know what? I should have hidden her. Okay, I'll hide them from now on so you won't be able to see. Oh, okay, you hid them. Okay, good. So now, no religion, no politics. Some people are just hard-headed and they really show themselves to be the jerks that they are, so you hide behind that username. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So now, y'all said y'all understood the helpful hand visual. So now, hopefully, you will write that program. And if you only do it for a trial period, do it for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, whatever, do it for a trial period and see what happens. Document it or film it or whatever, however you want to do it. But just try it. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Thank you. I appreciate that. So now I showed y'all what a negative attitude looks like. And I'm sure that some of y'all know people like that, okay? And it might be you, okay? Now, I am going to read you a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. Come on, y'all, share the live. I want to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. It might be you that has the negative attitude, but like I told you, you can change that at any minute in your life by saying that program out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And set your feet on that path. Now I'm going to read y'all a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you, but you can change that anytime you choose to do so by writing that program. And I'm also going to read y'all a list of words that will guide you on your path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Now, over to the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. Anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego, okay? Now back up to the top. I wanted to let y'all know I do not answer questions. Now my moderators, if they know the answer, if whenever questions you might ask, they will answer it for me. But I don't answer questions, y'all. I don't have time, and I hope you understand that. I really hope that y'all understand. I don't have time. I have 90 minutes to share the 4 pillars, and I sometimes sneak in some stuff other than the 4 pillars. Not some stuff, some great advice. Okay, it ain't stuff. Okay. So I don't have time, and I don't have time to read. Y'all have these paragraphs of comments that y'all write. I look up here, I see the comments coming in my peripheral vision, but I don't read them. So every once in a while, I'll look down and I'll read comments. Okay, good. So every once in a while, I'll look down and I'll read some comments, but 90% of the time, I am not looking at the comments. So I'll take screenshots of comments as well. So me or my moderators. But for the most part, generally speaking, I do not read the comments. I'm sorry, but I don't have time. Imagine that. If I was reading comments, I wouldn't have time to share the advice that I share. So that's my focus. So now, I just read y'all the list of words, and I'm going to go back up to the top. The very first word is anger. Anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry? Yeah, see? Are you the one who is full of anger? Okay, Chelsea, I got you. Thank you. Are you the one who is angry? That is negative. It's negative. Moving on to resentment and holding grudges. Do you know people who are full of resentment? People who hold grudges. Are you the one who is full of resentment, who holds grudges? That is negative too, y'all. But I'm coming back to it because it's a big deal. I'm going to move on to lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest? Are you the one who lies, who is dishonest? That's negative too. All that stuff is negative. You should not even be there, but I'm bringing it to your attention. Now back up to resentment and holding grudges. I'm going to be giving you advice that will hopefully convince you that you should change the route that you're on, the path that you're on, the way you think, or whatever. So if you are full of resentment and if you hold grudges against other people, you are living in the past. You heard me. You are living in the past because you're holding on to something that happened. Past tense. It happened. There is nothing the people who did this to you can do about it to change it. And there is nothing that you can do about it to change it. So you cannot continue to hold on to that. You are living in the past. You must forgive them. You must forgive them. No matter who it was or what they did. And people come on my live saying, yeah, but they did this and it was this was the No, it doesn't matter. That is an absolute. Whoever it was and whatever they did, you must forgive them because when you are carrying this stuff around on you, it's in you for real. You are creating what I call an invisible internal burden on your cells, on your spirit, on your soul, on your blood, on your organs. You see? You must forgive because the damage is being done to you. You're not damaging them because you're holding on to resentment or holding grudges or unforgiveness. You're not doing anything to them. You're doing some damage to yourself. When you hold on to, I call them the uglies, all of these anger, envy, sorrow, regret, resentment, holding grudges, lies, and dishonesty. All of those things are the uglies. And let me tell you, the uglies only harm the person who holds on to them. Think about it. Think about it. It's all in your mind. If you decide to let it go, you can let it go. The way you think is the way your life will unfold. You got to change into a positive attitude and watch things happen. Watch things happen. Don't just take my word for it. Try it and see. You know, try it tomorrow. Try it today. Now, it's only 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, so try it today. Resentment and holding grudges and all that stuff is ugly and it damages you. Open your eyes, look around you at people that you know are full of resentment, people that you know are holding grudges or holding on to unforgiveness. And in a lot of cases, y'all, and it might be you, those people are on pharmaceutical medications. They are not in the best of health, and they are not aging gracefully. They don't look their age. They look older than they are. They look like they have been through a lot of, that's what it does to you. When you are holding on to all this ugliness, that is what it does to you. Like I said, open your eyes and look around you, and it might be you. You might be the one that's on pharmaceutical medications, that it's in bad health and not aging gracefully, okay? So no, if you are holding on to resentment and holding grudges and all of that, your bad health may be the result of holding on to grudges and unforgiveness and resentment. You see, that's what it means. All I'm asking you to do is look around you. So a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times, these ugly things that you are holding on to can put you into bad health, for real. Don't take my word for it. If you open your eyes and look around you, you'll see it. Okay? Oh, thanks, Frank. So now, okay, I got to rewind. Yes, you must forgive. No matter who it was or what they did, you must forgive them. And forgiving them does not mean you let them back into your life or you go back into theirs. But that's a beautiful thing if everybody agrees to do that. That's beautiful. But forgiving just means you forgive them. But the people will tell you to forgive and forget. Hell no. Hell no. You don't ever forget. You forgive, but you keep it on this back burner on the stove, but you don't ever forget. Don't ever forget. You'd be an idiot if you did that. So no, don't forget. But you must forgive. Now, I say this, every live that I do, I cover the same 4 pillars, but every live that I do is different. Now, I'm 81 years old. When I was a kid, there was no such thing as a text message or email or a video call, that kind of stuff. None. They didn't exist. But you can use any of those technologies to forgive. You see? You can use any of those. You can do a text message, you can do whatever. But if you don't want to have anything else to do with them, thanks, Aurora, you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. Here's what you say. I'm going to tell you. No, I'm not ready for that yet. I got some more stuff to go before this. So say it out loud to the universe. The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power was there when the stuff happened to you. Think about that. The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power, it was there when the stuff happened to you. It knows. So when you say it out loud, you can say it to the universe. Now, I always say this as well. Do you understand and realize that the higher power, or whatever you call God, or whatever you call the higher power, sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say, thank you, right now, reads your thoughts right now. You see? So everybody's entitled to their own opinion, y'all. So so you're entitled to your own opinion. Okay. No harm in your opinion. It's just like the old saying, opinions are like assholes. We all got one, okay? Okay. So most of us do anyway. I don't know if anybody don't have one. So that's your opinion, that's fine. And y'all are fine to state y'all opinion. But don't come on my live with no religious stuff, no Bible, no Jesus stuff, and no politics. Don't come here with it. This ain't the place, okay? So I'm talking about stuff that will help you to undifficult your life. So what you probably need to do is not put any comments in at all and just sit there and listen to the advice that I share. Because I'm 81 years old, I live this advice. I tell Pap, that's my man, I tell him all the time, I live a virtually stress-free life. And my gift is, one of my gifts is that I'm able to share it with y'all. Okay? I tell y'all how you can do it too. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And people on here trolling this live, that just shows you how immature you are. So don't say those kinds of things. I don't even care if it's a kid. You don't have to act like an idiot because you're young, okay? So you don't do that. That is not, like I just told you, God sees everything you're doing, hears everything you're saying, and reads your thoughts. God, or whatever you call your higher power. So now, you can say it out loud. Like I told you. I just said that. God sees everything you do, hears everything you say, and reads your thoughts. Did my saying that cause any of y'all to think a lot more seriously about what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses. I'm amazed at when I ask that question, the number of yeses that I get. Come on, give me some responses. Yeah, see, Amanda, you're starting it out, girl. Come on, give me some responses. Oh, good. Wow. Oh, that just blows my mind. So start thinking about that, y'all. God sees what we do. God hears what we say. God reads our thoughts. So live your life by the golden rule, y'all. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. So live your life by the golden rule. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's real simple. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I don't do anything to anybody that I would not want done to me, and neither should you. I don't say anything to anybody that I would not want said to me. Neither should you. Live your life by the golden rule. That's a very safe way to live, and not only safe, it's a virtuous way to live. Treat people the way you want to be treated. So now, saying that to say this, you can say it out loud to the universe. And here is what you say. Universe, I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. Thank you. I'm going to repeat it. Universe, I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. It doesn't work for everybody. Nothing is 100%, but try it and see if it works for you. Okay? Nothing is 100%. So it's not going to work for every single person. I don't expect it to. Okay. So try it and see if it works for you. No harm in that. Now, the way that I did that, use your hand, same way. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. Okay, goes. Your hand movement symbolizes you're touching the universe, you're touching spirit, okay? That's what it does. Just tell the universe. The universe was there, obviously, so I told you that already. Now I'm going to give y'all four testimonials of people who have been on my lives and what they said in the comments. Testimonial number 1. This young lady, she said, I forgave my dad that way. I forgave my dad that way, and I immediately burst into tears. The second testimonial young lady, she said, I forgave myself, and I immediately burst into tears. You can forgive yourself, too. The universe saw what you did or heard what you said, so hey, you're not above it. But you can ask the universe to forgive you. I forgive myself, you see? So, okay. So then testimonial number 3. Did you burst into tears, Hal? I just did the same for my dad. Okay. So testimonial number 3, it was a young man, and he said, I forgave, and I felt my spirit shift. Now, I'm going to deal with these 3, but then I'm going to come back to the 4th one. Those 3 people, the 2 young ladies that burst into tears immediately. Oh, thank you. And the young man who felt his spirit move, his spirit shifted. The reason why the 2 young ladies burst into tears and the young man felt his spirit shift is because it's like I told y'all earlier. When you create or when you hold on to unforgiveness, resentment, and hold grudges against other people, you are creating an invisible internal burden on your cells, on your blood, on your organs, on your entire being, on your soul, on your spirit, everything. When they forgave, it was like that creates an internal invisible burden when you hold on to that ugly stuff. It's inside of you, and you don't even know you're carrying it in some cases. So when they forgave, and when he forgave, when the young ladies, and when the young guy forgave, they released, this is what the Shelster calls pressure release valve. When you forgive, it's like, psst, it comes out. You feel a sense of relief and release. You see, that's what happens when you forgive. And the 4th testimonial was a lady by the name of Patricia. Patricia was watching my lives. Yes, she was watching my lives, and she had been holding a grudge against her mother for, get this, y'all, over 40 years. She had been holding a grudge against her mother for over 40 years. That's over 40 years worth of Mother's Days, okay? This past Mother's Day, before this past Mother's Day, she forgave her mother. It was this year. And this past Mother's Day in May, they celebrated it together. And man, oh man, she came up. It's on my TikTok page. She came up as a guest on my live and shared with us how warm it was to be back in good graces between her and her mother, you know. So it's just I felt so wonderful. I got full. I didn't boo-hoo, but it really moved me tremendously to know that the advice that I share helped her and her mother like that. So that was a wonderful thing. So that's the four testimonials. You can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. And some people on here have already said that that's what they did. Yeah, I thought it was beautiful too, Jackie. So now, I read y'all the list of words, and I showed y'all what a negative attitude looks like. I'm all about the positive attitude and negative attitude versus a negative attitude. Now, nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time, and nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. I'm going to repeat that. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. Share the live, y'all. I still have a lot of time left. I want to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. No, I'm not reading a script. I am definitely not reading. All my lives, I've done over 500 TikTok lives, and I ain't got a script nowhere. I got my stuff. My information is embedded in me. Okay? Yeah, you got that right. I'm speaking from my spirit. Honey, I could speak like this all day long. So, nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. Nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Therefore, you live your life by a ratio. ratio. You live your life by a ratio. Now, I'm going to ask this question, and I only want responses that say no. All right? Now, here's the question. Did you know that you live your life by a ratio? ratio. And I'm going to explain exactly what a ratio is and how you use it. Okay? No, nobody can have a 100% negative attitude or a 100% positive attitude. That's impossible. There are no absolutes. The only absolute is the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power. You don't find happiness. Happiness comes from inside of you. You have to be the kind of person that deserves to be happy. You have to be kind. You have to be considerate. You have to be dependent, independent. Okay, here, I got this. Let me show you this. I got this. This is a thing that I put on TikTok. It says, people say love yourself, but they never say give yourself reasons to love yourself. That's the key. You have to be kind. You have to be fair. You have to be considerate. You have to be honest. You have to be responsible. You have to be patient. And then the last thing I got is be, and then I got ... You see? But you have to first be happy inside. Happiness comes from inside of you. It's nothing that you can buy or do or anybody else can do. It comes from inside of you. And you also have to be your own best friend before you can be a best friend to anybody else. You see, it all starts with you. You as the individual. You have to make yourself be good enough for the world, to put yourself out there. You have to make yourself be the kind of person you want to be. It's just that simple. And I don't care what kind of person you are now, you can change that. Like I said, all you got to do is write the program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. No DJ, no Jesus stuff on my live, okay? No Jesus stuff. No anybody else on here? No Jesus stuff. No religion. I'll have no use for that. And no politics, okay? So, now, a ratio, I've told y'all. I'm asking you, do you know or did you know that you live your life by a ratio? And I only want responses that say no. Okay, come on, y'all, give me some responses. Give me some responses. I only want responses that say no. The question is, did you know that you live your life by a ratio? It's wrong here on my live. You can say it all over the world. I don't care where you say it, but don't say it here. Okay, good. I'm starting to get the response. Oh, good, good. The responses are coming in. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. All right. All right, so now you're going to love this. Y'all gonna love this. Share the live, y'all, because I want everybody, many people as I can tell. Here is the reason why. You live your life by a ratio. A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely, I didn't say it can or could or maybe, it will definitely help you to better control your life. Yes. A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. You and you alone control your ratio. You set it. You and you alone adjust your ratio. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it. You see? Now, I'm going to show you my ratio. Here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you what my ratio is. So now, I don't hate anything. My ratio is 80-20. 80-20. That means 80% of the time, I am very happy being in the positive attitude mode. Come on, y'all, share the live. That's 80% of the time. I'm very happy being in the positive attitude mode. 20% of the time, I can be in the negative attitude mode. That's 20% of the time. I can be in the negative attitude mode. Now, here, I'm going to go back over to the positive attitude mode, okay? Positive attitude mode. 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is fair, what is right, what is considerate, what is kind, what is all those wonderful things, the characteristics. That's what I do 80% of the time. 20% of the time, I can be in the negative attitude mode, but the negative attitude mode can never include three things. The negative attitude mode can never include, number one, physical abuse. You can't hit anybody. You can't throw things. Number two, it can never include verbal abuse. You cannot cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. And number three, thanks to one of my viewers, her username is Midnight, she asked me to include tone of voice. And it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So I happily included tone of voice. So you cannot say anything ugly to anybody. So those three things, as long as you don't include those three things, you're okay being in your negative mode, negative attitude mode. So, yeah, I know that, Melissa. It's on them. I don't care. It's on them. Everybody, and like my late mother-in-law said, every pot got to sit on his own bottom. So it's up to them. So it's on them. So now, I truly feel that way, Melissa. So now, oh no, I already said that, the golden rule. You must have missed it. Yeah, I live my life by the golden rule. So those are okay, I gave you the list of words. I showed you what a negative attitude looks like. I told y'all about the ratio. Now I'm also going to tell y'all how you can write a program to change any behavior that you have. You can only change your own behavior. You understand that? You cannot change anybody else's behavior. So you can only change your own behavior. And I'm going to tell you how you write a program to change any behavior that you have. And I'm going to use a false behavior for me. It's not something that I do not do, but serves the purpose of showing you what the behavior is and the program that I write to overcome the behavior. So now here is the behavior. I eat 12 cookies every day. I don't. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Okay. Now here is the program that I write. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Starting tomorrow, I will eat 10 cookies. And tomorrow comes, the next days, weeks, months, whatever, and you're still eating 10 cookies. That is the way you write a program and you overcome whatever behavior you have. So 80% of the time, I will eat 10 cookies. 20% of the time, I can go back up to 11. I can even go back up to 12. You see, I'm still within my 80-20. So whatever range, whatever percentages you allot to it, okay, that's what you honor. I had one viewer, and it's on my TikTok page. And my TikTok username is JJ. That's the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. So this young lady, she made a comment. This is many lives ago. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. Now I'm doing my lives here on YouTube, but I'm still posting to TikTok. I have over 53,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm still getting followers, new followers. So she posted, and I post comments that my moderators send me screenshots of comments that people make, and I take screenshots of comments that people make, and her comment is on my TikTok page. I got a lot of content, y'all, a lot of good content, and you got to search through it. But it's a comment, and she had an eating disorder. So she said, in her comment, it said, I went from 6 meals a day to 5 to 4 and now 3 because of her advice, talking about the advice that I share. So she used that kind of a program to control her meals. She went from 6 to 3. At the time she was writing the comments, she was down to 3. So use that, do something, whatever behavior it is that you display that you want to change, you can do it. You see? So now, this is a negative attitude. This is a positive attitude. No, this is a negative attitude. Sorry about that. It's not a positive attitude. Not yet. I was rushing myself. This is a negative attitude, y'all. This is spirit and inner peace. Spirit and inner peace. You have a negative attitude, look, they cannot get through. A negative attitude repels spirit. A negative attitude repels inner peace, okay? Now, this is a positive attitude, you see? Positive attitude. Here comes spirit, here comes inner peace. Not only do they get through, they turn and they enclose your whole being. You see? A negative attitude repels spirit. A negative attitude repels inner peace. Okay? So, when you develop and maintain a positive attitude, you make yourself really powerful. It puts you, it's like a positive attitude is like, imagine a big old socket in my hand right here. Big old socket. And this is your positive attitude. You plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul. And I love saying this, y'all. I really do love saying this. It electrifies you. It electrifies you. It makes you a very vibrant part of your own life. Yeah, it's my favorite part too. It electrifies you. It truly does, y'all. You got to try it. Try it, you'll like it. Okay, so now, um, I wanted to talk to y'all about, I'm an author as well. And, well, I'm going to see. I'm going to quickly go through the rest of the pillars. That's pillar number one. If anybody in your family is disturbing your peace, nobody should be allowed to disturb your peace. That includes your own mama, okay? No, you don't allow anybody to disturb your peace. If anybody is disturbing your peace, you have to say it diplomatically, kindly, and lovingly. You know, I love y'all dearly, but when y'all do such and such, or when y'all say such and such, that disturbs my peace. They are not obligated. Oh, thank you. They are not obligated to change their behavior. But you are obligated to tell them that what they are doing or saying is disturbing your peace. And you can't cuss them out. You can't do that. You got to be kind and you got to be diplomatic. So give them time to see if they're going to change their behavior. If they don't, then that gives you the responsibility to come back at them and say, you know, I told y'all I love y'all dearly. But when y'all say such and such or do such and such, that disturbs my peace. And y'all are still doing it, still saying it. So that leaves me no choice. I have no alternative. And I give y'all three choices, three options. Option one, you got to tell them, I have to feed y'all with a long-handled spoon. Or option two, I have to love y'all from a distance. Or option three, I have to stop coming around y'all. Okay? You see? So you can come up with option four. Okay, you can do that. But now, if it's your mama, now all of these things take place, y'all, after you have written the program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Okay? So this is after you've written that program. Here's your mama disturbing your peace. Here you are coming in getting your peace disturbed. And you tell your mama lovingly, kindly, Mama, I love you dearly. But when you do such and such or when you say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Some mamas will say, what peace? Or you ain't got no peace. You see? Be that as it may, leave her alone. That's mama, okay? So now when you wrote that program, when you said those words out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude that raise your vibration, that raise your frequency. Your mama's still down here doing it, but you're up here. You see? You're not down here anymore on that frequency, on that vibration. You're way up here now. She's still doing it. But because you're up here, you're in a higher position. You're on a higher frequency. You're on a higher vibration. You are now able to look at what she's doing or saying, and it doesn't bother you because you moved to a higher level. That's what writing that program will do. And you can write that program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You can write it at any minute in your life. So you may not want to do it right now. Maybe you'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe you are doing it right now. I'm telling you right now, the advice that I share with y'all, you will be able to use it while you are sitting there watching my live. So now, that is pillar number one, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Pillar number two, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you do that, but I always start with the toddlers. If you're raising toddlers, hey, Bangladesh, here's how easy it is. When that toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer. Give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. Do that several times at 5 minutes. Always use the timer all the way through the exercise. And then you do that several times, 5 minutes, then stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times. Stretch it to 15 minutes, all the way up to an hour or more, okay? You will not only be teaching that toddler patience. You will be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Okay? So now, Spirit came to me and told me you can tell your viewers how they can teach themselves how to feel elapsed time. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper and something to write with. I'm sure some of you will be interested, so I'm going to tell all of you. And then I'm going to count to 10 while I drink some tea. And then I'll be back to tell you what the exercise is. Excuse me. Okay. On that piece of paper, write down the time that it is right now, whatever your time zone is. I pray for the world. So put the piece of paper away. And then some point later, doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter. At some point later, try to guess the time that it is at that point. Do that many times throughout the course of the day. You don't need to tell me what time it is. So do that throughout the course of the day. Good. And just try to guess what time it is. What this does, it puts you in tune with the passage of time. The feeling of elapsed time, it puts you in tune with it. Practice that all day long. I do it all day, but I don't need pencil and paper or anything, so you won't need it either if you keep doing it. And another thing that you can do is if you get up by an alarm clock, before the alarm clock goes off, if you wake up before it goes off, try to lay there and guess what time it is. You see? Do that. I do that all the time. So now, yes, you can feel time. You most certainly can. And so now that is how you teach patience to a toddler. And also, if you're raising toddlers, I recommend my book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I had it translated into Spanish, Madre Docena, and I don't speak Spanish, so I can't say the rest of the title. But Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. Oh, thank you. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire for real. It makes a wonderful gift to expectant parents or to people who are raising toddlers. Now, I wrote this book I've written 10 books, y'all. 2003, I wrote this one, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. And I wrote it because I was seeing so many young mothers being held hostage to the tempers of their toddlers. It's just amazing. So this book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. And one of my viewers, she bought it and read it. I wrote it for like kids maybe up to 3 or 4. She bought it and read it. Her username was Cat724. And she said that it will work to turn kids around up to the age of 7 or 8. So I take her word for it. And that book is, if you've got some toddlers that are not going in the direction you really want them to go in, and it's your fault if they're not, this book will help you to turn them around. You got to be more firm and strict with them, okay, with your toddlers. So now, if you're 10 years old or older, the way you teach yourself patience. Oh, yeah, Shells. Thank you, Shells. The link is in the profile, y'all. Thank you, Shelster, for saying that. So, most of the time I spend, as you already know, probably 90% of my time is spent on the advice that I share. Only about 10%, maybe 15 at the most, is spent talking about the books. And the books are flying off the shelves, y'all, because people are coming onto my lives and they're learning about the books. The books will delight you. They will inspire you. They will motivate you. They will encourage you. They will entertain you. All kinds of good stuff, okay? That's what they will do. And they make wonderful gifts. We have books for children as well. So check it out. The link is in my profile, goodshortbooks.com. There are 11 fabulous nonfiction. If y'all like to read nonfiction, the books are really, really good. My sister wrote one and I wrote 10. We are both retired executive assistants. So the books are formatted well. The English, punctuation, spelling, all of that stuff is top notch, the cream of the crop. And so check it out, y'all, in the really high reviews on Amazon, 5-star reviews. So 11 fabulous nonfiction books in 9 different genres. And I'm going to just read y'all what the genres are. Memoirs, parenting, relationships, that's the parenting book that I showed you. Relationships, children's education, fairy tales. My fairy tale is nonfiction because it deals with a very serious subject. Bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Thank you. So check it out, y'all. If you like to read, you will absolutely love the books at goodshortbooks.com. And the link is in my profile. And like I said, they're really flying off the shelves. People are loving these books. So now, if you are 10 years old or older, the way you teach yourself patience, the way you increase your level of patience is you make yourself wait. Excuse me, y'all. I had to straighten up my stand. Make yourself wait. You write the program and you say it out loud. I am teaching myself patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. I am learning how to increase my level of patience. Make yourself wait. And if it's something that you are fiending for, especially if it's something that you are fiending for, make yourself wait. Especially if it's something that you normally would give yourself immediate gratification for, make yourself wait. And if you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, that is, oh my God, that is such a fabulous thing to have happen to you. You would just be overcome with, you will be overcome. You would be jumping for joy because you are bigger than it, okay? You always were, but you made yourself wait past the point where, you thought it had a stranglehold on you. So, okay, no, just make yourself wait. That's all you got to do. That's pillar number 2. Increase your level of patience. And you do that by making yourself wait. So now, pillar number 3, stay calm. Oh my goodness, stay calm. There is tremendous power, y'all, in your ability to stay calm. Stay calm, y'all. Now, Spirit gives me all of the helpful hand visuals that I do. But pillar number 3, this one, when I did the helpful hand visuals, it's 2 of them in this one. Stay calm. When you lose your cool and you are sputtering and stammering and blubbering and blabbering and blah, 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 you get so mad and you're getting so animated and you're energetic and you're just, for all the wrong reasons, okay? So that's not good. Here, this is what calm looks like. That's calm. This is what anger looks like. Your face is distorted, you're animated and aggravated and agitated and all of that stuff. This is what anger looks like. Which do you want to look like, y'all? Which do you want to look like? Calm or angry? Now, here is helpful hand visuals that I did. Spirit told me to use the word neurons. I had never used the word neurons in any of my lives before. It was this year. So I was talking about staying calm as opposed to becoming angry. So the neurons, I knew a little bit about neurons, but not a lot, okay? So they're part of your brain. So here's what I imagine your neurons are doing. That, they're, if when you're calm, your neurons are traveling, they're communicating with each other, they're staying in their own lanes and all of that good stuff, that's when you're calm. When you are angry, look, y'all, here's what your neurons are doing. Look, you see that? Okay. Look, that's when you are angry. Your neurons are really out of whack. So now Spirit came to me and told me to do those two helpful hand visuals when I was doing my live. This was this year, but earlier in the year. Spirit came back to me that night, y'all, and it just really blew my mind. For real, here's my hand. Spirit came back to me that night and said, look up what neurons do. I obeyed. I Googled it. I looked up what neurons do, and this is what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. That's why you cannot think straight when you are upset or angry. That is why you cannot make good choices. That is why you cannot make good decisions, because your neurons are out of whack. And that's why you cannot compute information accurately, efficiently, any of that stuff. So stop with the anger, y'all. Control it. Think about your neurons. The next time you start to become angry, think about your neurons. You want them to be going smoothly, just traveling along, so they help you. You don't want them doing this. This is what they do when you're angry, okay? Did y'all get that helpful hand visual? Did that make sense to y'all? Come on, give me some responses. Come on, give me some responses. Did that helpful hand visual, those helpful hand visuals make sense to y'all? Did I convey that? Did I communicate that efficiently? Oh, good. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, thank you, Jaggy. Okay. And thanks, Honda. Good. All right, wonderful. So now, that's pillar number 3. Pillar number 4. And remember your neurons. Think about your neurons, y'all. Pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or all of the stuff that's ugliness inside of you. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, y'all. Nothing is permanent in this life. No situation, no scenario, no nothing. We even use the word pass when we're talking about death. We'll say he passed last week, she passed yesterday, or whatever. This too shall pass. So the next time your mom is chewing you out or your daddy is chewing you out, okay, good. Remember, they cannot read your mind. And then remember these words, these 4 words. This too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. Or this too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. You see? So remember those 4 words. This too shall pass. They will get you peacefully through probably 90% of the crap that you can get into. You see? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can exclaim. You can exclaim any kind of way you want to, but you remember, this too shall pass, okay? Nothing in life is permanent, including us. So remember that. It'll, like I said, it'll carry you through about 90% of the mess that you are involved in. This too shall pass. Remember that. So that's what I already told y'all, the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I told y'all how you do it. You write the program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Pillar number 2. I told y'all how to do that too. So pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I told you how you do it, and I also told you how you teach patience to a toddler. Pillar number 3, stay calm. There's tremendous power in the ability to stay calm. Remember what I showed you, the examples. This is calm. This is anger. Okay? Which one do you prefer? Think about your neurons. And then pillar number 4, this too shall pass. Remember those 4 words. They'll get you through just about anything ugly in your emotions, in your, inside that you're feeling. Anger, frustration, anxiety, stress, all of that stuff. Okay, this too shall pass. Those are the 4 pillars, y'all. Spread the word. If y'all enjoyed the live, if you got something out of it, do a video or a post and tag me or whatever the word is. I'm 81 years old, y'all. I don't know all the terminology, but I know how to do a live. Okay. So tag me, do a video or post telling everybody what you got out of it or how you plan to use the advice that I share. So I want to thank y'all for joining my live, and I also want to tell y'all about this one book that I have here. And it's called The Vision, Telling Kids That They Can Make the World a Better Place. If you have any kids in your circle, in your family or in your circle, who are not performing, you'll have to come back tomorrow. I go through the same 4 pillars, but every live that I do is different. But I talk about the same 4 pillars every live that I do. So if you have kids that are not performing either behaviorally or academically in school, this is the book for you. The Vision, Telling Kids That They Can Make the World a Better Place. It contains 2 contracts, a home contract, a personal contract, and a school contract. Now, what I say is, I wrote this book in, let me see here, 2009, I wrote this, The Vision, Telling Kids That They Can Make the World a Better Place. Because when kids are not performing well in school, sometimes they don't know how to get out of the ugliness that they put themselves into, so they'll continue doing it. This book allows them to save face. This is the school contract. And it says, there's room to put in the student's name, and the student does this. Starting on, they decide the date on which they will change their behavior. You can't tell them when they're going to change their behavior. Get this book. It's $9.99. It's 48 pages at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. So, and then it goes on. This is, I will improve in the following subjects. And then I list all these subjects. And then other, they can put in other, and then everything. They can just check everything, improve in everything. And then it goes on further to say, I'm going to read it. If I start to mess up, I give my classmates and teacher permission to remind me about this contract. I will not get angry. I will thank them for helping me. That's this paragraph. And then this paragraph says, I want to make sure that I got it on here. I know that education is important, and with my help, my country can be among the leaders. So, and then the student signs and dates it and has 2 witnesses sign and date it. And then I gave them a blue ribbon. So that's the personal the school contract. And there's also a home contract. And this one, it's the same thing. You fill in the name, and they put in the date on which they will start to change their own behavior. You can't make them do it. So this way, and it's a good story in here as well. So this one is home contract. This is I will improve in the following areas. And they say all chores, bath or shower, bed on time, up on time, ready on time. All of these things they're going to improve in. And then this paragraph says, if I start to mess up, I give my parents, guardian, or other kids in the house permission to remind me about this contract. I will not get angry. I will thank them for helping me. I know that a good home life is important, and with my help, my home can be better. This is the contract. It's 48 pages. It's $9.99. I'm trying to get this book into schools because kids need a way out, a way to save face. So check that one out. It's at goodshortbooks.com. Now, I always close my lives out with this book, y'all. My Simple Quotes to Live By. Yeah, good. Thanks, Jackie. That's wonderful. So it's 90 pages, and it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. It's 167 quotes that I coined. I coined my very first quote when I was 15 years old. I didn't know I was coining a quote, but here's the quote. Never lose your hope and faith. Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. Ninth graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. That's what I said. I don't remember saying it. I didn't know I was coining a quote. But now I'm going to read y'all a quote that I do remember that I was coining a quote, and I did. I did know that I was doing it, and this is what I said. So it was for a quote contest. This was 2011 or 2013. It was for a quote contest. It was for a calendar, so they needed 12 quotes. I coined this quote, and I submitted it to the contest, and it won as one of 12 out of over 5,000 entries. Here's the quote. Now, I'm going to, before I read it, I'm going to tell y'all that I post this quote to social media. It's here on my YouTube. It's on my TikTok. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. And here's the quote. I post it to encourage people to chase their dreams. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Chase your dreams, people. Chase your dreams. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can, and you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's. Chase your dreams. This book is formatted. It's 90 pages, 2 quotes per page. The quotes are in all caps, separated by a black and white picture. Now this is a 90-page book. This is what's on page 90. Okay. I'm going to open up the floor for y'all. You can throw out page numbers 6 to 89. Page 11 is where it's better to die chasing a dream never. That's what's on page 11. So pages 6 to 89, y'all can throw out page numbers. Achillium, page 33. At the top of page 33, be a leader, not a follower. Always think for yourself. At the bottom of page 33, don't take life for granted. Tune in. Be aware. Okay, I just read 33, Achillium. Page 21 for sunflower. Okay, at the top of page 21, children are watching and listening to you. Be careful what you let them see and hear. At the bottom of page 21, ever wonder what God thinks when he looks at the world? Can y'all live by those quotes? Come on, give me some more page numbers so y'all can get a flavor for what these quotes are about. Any more page numbers, y'all? I'm waiting because sometimes there's a delay. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Page 14 for C. Rory. I think that's correct. At the top of page 14, anger is energy. If used wisely, the anger will disappear and you'll be left with something positive. At the bottom of page 14, a lover of animals is typically a kind person. Can y'all live by those quotes? Page 42 for SC. Okay, at the top of page 42, use time wisely. It will not wait for you. At the bottom of page 42, for a happy life, love and truth are two intangible must-haves. Okay, page 12 for Dennis. Okay, page 12. At the top of page 12, strive for excellence, not perfection. At the bottom of page 12, if they serve no other purpose, unkind people show you how not to be. Can y'all live by those quotes? Okay, page 17 for Aurora Borealis. At the top of page 17, how can a person hate others and claim to love God at the same time? At the bottom of page 17, learn to be happy now, not when. Whenever, all these whens. So this book, y'all, you really and truly can live by the quotes in this book. Now, if you really and if you really love quotes like I do, I have done 125 subscriber-only videos, but you got to subscribe to me on TikTok in order to gain access to them. If you love quotes, you will absolutely love, it's 125 subscriber-only videos. And what I do is I take the quote and I beautify it. This one is, it's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased a dream. So I beautify it. And then in the video, in the subscriber-only video, I tell my subscribers what the quote means to me and why I coined the quote, and I expand on the quote. So the book is the bare quotes, but when I do the subscriber-only videos, I expand on them. So if you are interested and if you love quotes, if you think it's worth it for you, then go right on ahead and subscribe to me on TikTok and gain access to the subscriber-only videos if you really love quotes. So thank y'all for joining my live. I will be back tomorrow. And I really enjoy doing these because I get so many compliments and comments about the good that the advice that I share is doing for other people. So I live it, y'all. I know that it works. I'm 81 years old, and I have been living this advice that I share with y'all since I was about 10 years old. So go on about your lives and try to undifficult them by using the 4 pillars that I share. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. I will do. I'll see you tomorrow. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Pillar number 3, stay calm. And pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, all of that stuff. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. Okay? I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Thanks for joining my live. Appreciate it.